Hi, I'm Callie from Coding with Callie, and I am building a website builder. Or rather, I am doing a complete overhaul of the current Coding with Callie website so that it's a website builder. All right. So when I started the Coding with Callie website, the idea was that I wanted to be able to post workshops and then have like a very structured, this is what a workshop looks like. It would just be hard coded onto my front end, essentially, right? I just wanted to be able to post one workshop and get it out quickly. But then I made my second workshop, my Deploy in Public challenge, and I realized, oh no, now I have to go redo all of this work. Sure, there was some copying and pasting that I could do, but it just wasn't great, right? So ultimately, what I've realized is that I need to be able to create content from the UI of my website, and that is requiring a huge refactor. I'd like to get out of refactor hell by getting into sprints and being better at planning. So here's what I want to do. My goal is within the next few weeks to get a minimum viable product or an MVP. Then from there, I can use an iterative approach and add on features. All right. So let's go over what is an MVP. An MVP is a version of a product with just enough features to be usable and start gathering feedback from users. Well, what's great about this approach is that it is iterative. All right. So what we can do is we can get just the bare minimum of features. All right. And then get user feedback on it. And then slowly but surely implement small changes. All right. Which is going to be helpful from a development perspective and a deployment ops perspective, right? If we're only doing small changes, there's less likelihood to break. We can make sure that those changes are tested and valid, and then we can deploy, and then we can get feedback. Now, who is the user for the Coding with Callie website? Well, that would be me, right? So I'm making a website builder. And so ultimately, the user is me. I'm the admin. I'm going to build my website. All right. I need to be visible in terms of like the content that I add needs to be valid and visible to the end user, which would be whoever wants to view my website, right? But like the actual code that I'm writing is the website buildery code. So I'm going to be the user. So I need to figure out what are the minimum amount of features for me to make the website. So let's take a look at the Coding with Callie website and figure it out. The first thing that we need is I need to be able to log in as an admin. So you can see when I log in, I have special privileges already on this website that a normal user does not have. All right. So in order to log in as an admin, I need to be able to have a login, but I don't need to have a login form, right? So if you look here, there's an actual login page, all right, with the login form. But I'm the only admin moving forward, so users don't actually need to be able, other people don't need to be able to log into my website, just me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rely on my API for this. I'm going to use Postman to get my JWT, to get authorized, and then I'm going to be able to log in. And the reason for this is I'm not exactly sure how I want the login feature to work. Like, is this going to be a hard-coded page on my website? Is this something that I want to be able to, for the website builder functionality, should you be able to build a login page? And then I haven't really worked out forms yet. So how do forms work in terms of data management and stuff like that? So I'm just going to say, yes, an admin needs to be able to log in, but I already have the functionality on the API to get me that token, and then I can add it to my local storage. So I'm not super worried about login for the MVP because I can just piggyback off of the code that I already have. All right, what else do I need? All right. If you look, you can see that there's some duplication in my website. So here's my Deploy in Public workshop and my Build in Public workshop. You have the button, and right now the workshops are hosted on Teachable, so you can just click and go onto the workshop. So yes, this workshop page tells you a little bit about the Coding with Callie workshops and links to the workshops again, but I don't actually need this page right now. All right, jobs. Until I get the Coding with Callie MVP and system underway, I'm not going to be posting more jobs. So I'm also not really super worried about this page for now. Speakers is ultimately just a page that links to my YouTube videos. You can see the YouTube videos are taking a long time to load. So my YouTube is up. People can go on and see that. So if it's missing from the website, it's not like the end of the world right now. Okay. Oh, you know what it is I didn't add the videos for these two speakers yet. That's why those don't load. All right, good to know. Reviews are great. I'm glad people left them, but ultimately I'm not selling anything. I'm just building a website builder. So thank you for people who gave reviews to my workshop. That's awesome, but I am not worried about having them on the website in the beginning. Contact, you can reach me on LinkedIn, which is one of these buttons on the footer here. So also not super worried about that part of things for the time being. And sign up. I don't want anyone to sign up right now because the only person who should be signing up at this point of the website builder is the admin, and I'm the admin. I already have an account. So what do I really need for a minimum viable product? The bare minimum that I need is a homepage, okay? And I need two different types of content sections. All right. I need a type of content section where there's a picture on the left, a heading, and some text on the right. And then I need a section where there's a heading on the left, some text on the left, a picture on the right, and a link button below. All right. And because these are all the same type of section. Okay. So that is going to be my minimum viable product. Once I have that working functionality, right? So let's take a look at that in terms of like user stories. So that would be a user needs to, an admin needs to be able to log in. All right, cool, check. I can already check that off because I have my API route. All right, an admin needs to be able to create a section. I don't have that. Actually, let's go look at local development where we're at so far. Okay, so this is where I'm at. All right, so an admin needs to be able to log in. Here, I'm going to pause real quick so I can log in. All right, so on the other screen, I went and got a Postman request so I could get my JWT. I'm going to do my JWT because that expired. And now you can see that I'm logged in, okay? I need to be able to add content. So if you look, I click on this button and nothing happens. So that's going to be a big chunk of work. These are added because I just put them directly in the database. All right. I need to be able to edit my content, which is going to be if I click on this button, I need to be able to edit this content and then click the check button and it works nicely. But there's already some bugs in that. Like if I can't edit this appropriately right now, I think I can edit the header. Let me try. Oh, wait, it's going to break, but I can show you. Yeah. So the way it's working is that it breaks. We'll do that in another video. But I need to be able to edit the content. I need to be able to reorder the content. I need to be able to delete the content. And I need to be able to have those two different types of content. So that's going to be my MVP. I'm not sure it's going to be in one sprint. I think it might be in multiple sprints because I need to make sure I have the feature and I also need to be sure that the feature is tested, but I'm going to give it a try. And then from there, I'm going to be able to do 2-week sprints. I'm going to plan my feature, do the coding, write the tests, and deploy. And that's hopefully going to be the pattern that I'll be in for the rest of 2025. All right, well, if you watched until here, thanks for watching, and I'll keep posting as I keep building.